Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 11 of our FTB University Let's Play series, where today we are getting an Applied Energistics 2 AE2 storage system set up. It's happening. We're getting there. We're getting our drawers, our drives, and all that stuff. Let's get started because it's like one of the best episodes. Digital storage. Hallelujah. Welcome back, my friends, to Casa TheAndrata, in which today we are going to work on getting our AE2 system set up. In between episodes, I did let our power run. As you can see, we're sitting at about 8 million. I let it run down to about 6 million RF so I could run our quarry so I can get a bunch of stuff back for us. So we've gotten, we got 800 redstone, not a charged Certus. Apparently it's not super duper common down there, but that's okay. We can charge it up. We have only 14 diamonds. Unfortunate, but we have a bunch of, gold and iron. And yeah, so it seems like our bottlenecks are gold, diamonds, and charged Certus really is going to be our issue. As you can see here, I did go ahead and add in upgrades. I had to go ahead and craft some storage upgrades, specifically void and gold in each of these drawers. Reason being is that Vintium ore, we get a lot of this stuff, and I didn't have enough room for Vintium ore to be stored in here. So, yeah, I didn't want to. If I wanted to not mine Vintium ore, I would have had to set a filter on this to say don't mine, which means I'd have to set a filter to tell it to mine everything else. I'd have to set a whitelist, and I'd have to specify each ore that it can get. So I just said, forget it. We'll just do a void upgrade in here, and anything more will be voided. Now we can add other upgrades as needed. Storage upgrades are cheap. It's just some sticks, an upgrade template, and a gold ingot, which is just a drawer, and then some sticks for 4 of these things. And I think I even have a few left over because we have an odd number of drawers here. So I think I have 3 of each left over. Yeah, that's where we're at. Okay. So anyway, with all of that being said, just checking to see where this thing is at, because I still have this iron dust here. Well, let's go ahead and grab all of this stuff and throw it into our system. Oh, I do want to mention before I forget, I did add a new mod into the pack, and it is the sophisticated backpacks mod, the absolute best backpack mod that's in the game. I'm tired of not having room in my inventory for anything. I don't know why there's not a proper backpack mod added into this pack. Like, for real, I'm just not. I don't know why there's not anything in here that's really good other than this. But you got to either start a raid in a village or go find a Ravager, and then it's like I don't know how many slots this backpack has. So I'm not dealing with it. Added sophisticated backpacks, we're good to go. We can just go ahead and craft this guy. If we had some leather, do we have an ability to craft leather by smelting anything? No, doesn't seem to be a way. A drying basin from Integrated Dynamics, I guess, can do it. 5 seconds. Is this something we can craft? I don't think I have any black dye. Yeah, I don't have any, like, I think I did pick up, yeah, remember I picked up these because I'm like black dye is a pain in the game because it well, you have to get it from squids. So I went and specifically picked up these mystical black flowers so that I can get it. I didn't mean to do that. We need this and this, and we're going to turn this into black dye with a pestle and mortar from Botania. But we're going to have to craft a bowl. There's nothing there. Just make it. Oh my goodness. Someone had mentioned that potentially because, let's see, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 total chests in here. Maybe because this picking up double the chests? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, yeah, it's picking up 18 chests. So it's picking up the right amount. What has been suggested is that because these are double chests, it's picking up the inventory twice for each chest. Like the storage scanner isn't like not being smart. So they were saying it was mentioned that I could try and remove these from the list. However, if I were to do that, how do I get it back if I need to? That I'm not entirely sure. Like if I remove it from the list, I don't see a button that says bring it back to the list. So I don't want to risk it just yet and then not be able to you know, get it back. So let's do this. Recipe for this and this. Craft that. And then we'll just do this. This is just easier. 2 black dye. Bam. And then we needed a drying basin. That's what it was, right? One of these. And we should have some zombie flesh. Excuse me. Or I'm sorry, rotten flesh. And we can, let's see, do we have any other usage for this? Weird wasp attractant. That's weird. I'm sure we'll get more saturation module. That's kind of nice. Yeah, we'll do half of this and we'll turn all of this. So let's get ourselves a hopper or two. And there we go. Okay. So if we take, and also let's grab some cobblestone. Oh, I did go ahead and set up the cobble gen, by the way. I just went with the tier 5 because we saw the recipe. It was just 6 diamonds total. And we have currently a total of 2,000 cobblestone in here. So I can grab a whole stack at a time if I were to click the right button. That button. There we go. Now I have a stack of cobble. And we can go ahead and set this up. So let's just set the drying basin up. We'll set it up over here to here. And we can put a chest here. I think that'll work. Let's grab ourselves a chest out of our inventory. Not there. Chest. Bam. Okay, cool. So we'll set the chest here. We'll get a hopper going into it. Bam. We will get our drying basin and then, excuse me. I'm like, where'd my other hopper go? I threw my hopper into a hopper. Go. Ah, quick. Nope. Here we go. And now I should be able to, bam. Okay. Get all the stuff. And then and you know what? I shouldn't have used a chest. I should just actually honestly leave it in the hopper. It's fine though. We're just going to have to set all of the slots on the chest to full for the moment. And these slots in the hopper to full. Oh, except that's going to be an issue. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put the rotten flesh in here. And, oh, you know what? It's not passing all the way through. Yes, look, it's just going straight through. It's not processing it. It's just going straight through the system. I need another kind of block here. What can I do? Spruce planks, that's fine. So instead of cobblestone, I'll put spruce planks here. And I'll put one here for now until this processes, which takes, I think it said 5 seconds. Okay, it has switched over to leather. And then I can take this out. And now we have a leather here. And then I can do the same thing here whenever we get 2. There we go. And bam, and it's a simple filter setup. Instead of having because we don't have filters or anything available, now this can pass through. Wait, oh no. Okay, yeah, never mind. Chest isn't gonna work here. I don't know why I didn't think about that part. Just get out of there. All right, hopper, you're gonna be the only thing that sits here. Okay. Duh, because I put the leather in there, it passed the leather through. And not leather, not that. Oh my gosh, everything's like clicking. Okay, rotten flesh, go here. Leather, go here. Bada bing, bada boom. We're done. Let's get out of there before I click something else wrong and I mess it up even more. All I need is 5 pieces of leather. And there we go. Oh, and I did the thing again. Goodness gracious, I keep messing this thing up, don't I? Just make me leather. Just make some leather. Okay, finally, geez. Backpack. Okay, so let's get sophisticated backpack. We're gonna grab this backpack, bam, and we got a backpack. The nice thing with this mod, why this is my favorite backpack mod, is it has modules. So we can do things. We can have pickup where it can pick up, like if we go mining to pick up the redstone. Mining, we are never doing that again. We can do magnet, so we'll have a magnet available to us. The magnet is nice. Only caveat with this magnet is that it magnets into the backpack, not into my inventory, which is kind of a pain, but it's something and it'll work. It also has a feeding upgrade, which will feed us. We're going to add that to our to-do list. It has restock upgrades, where if you're near a chest, you can have it restock if you sneak right click, and you can deposit straight from the backpack. You can put backpacks in backpacks. Becomes indestructible, tank upgrade, and battery upgrade. Which is actually kind of cool. I like the idea of the battery upgrade because I don't think we do. Do we have the flux capacitor? Yeah, no, because we were looking at how to charge things earlier, like our free runners, and we didn't have any ability to. So having this with a battery upgrade is actually kind of nice. And it's actually not too expensive. And then we'd be able to charge this, and that's extra power. All right, we'll deal with that later. But now I can go ahead and put this on, and this is going to go into our backpack slot. And if I press B, I have access to my backpack, which is also the combat mod button. So let's go ahead and controls, epic. And we're going to just turn off epic combat. I'm probably not going to really ever use it, even though it is cool. It's not something that like I'm going to use terribly too often. So time in a bottle does have to stay out because it won't continue ticking time while it's in the backpack. But now there we go. And it shows up on our back too, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's get into the meat of this episode. Applied energistics. That's where we're at. Okay, so we need to get AE2 going. So let's go ahead and pop upstairs and grab all of our processors that we had made with this fancy system here that worked absolutely fantastically for us. And let's see what we have available to us. I did go and get us some more quartz and stuff, so we're good to go there. Yeah, so let's put all of this away and see what we need. So we're going to need an ME controller for sure. We're also going to need skystone block. To make this, we just need to smelt skystone. So let's go ahead and grab a stack of this. And we're just going to go throw it into here. And I knew there was a reason that I grabbed this, and this was why. You can go there. Time in a bottle goes here. Didn't mean to click it to 32 times, but that's okay. It is enough. So ME controller requires 4 of these. We have 11 for now. So go there. We're going to grab our controller. Bam. Make me one of those. Then we are going to need, and yeah, so that's one controller. We're going to need a ME drive, which is going to require us to make a few cables. Now this does require regular Fluix crystals, so we can do that because we have more of that than the pure. Now granted, we can make pure pretty easily, but I'm not going to waste it. So I'm just going to put it in my backpack. We also need to make the quartz fiber. Which is some more nether quartz dust. So let's get some nether quartz. It's backwards. A single click pulls a full stack. A shift click gives you one, which is not normal. That's not the way that it usually is. That should be fine. What do I need of these? I need 3 of these. Okay. The rest of that will make silicon so we can make more processors. Bam. And cables. Bam. Actually, you don't get very many cables for this. You get 4 cables. Okay, yeah, we'll keep 4 cables. That's fine for now. I'm going to keep it on our to-do list, though. And then this gets us our ME drive. Bam. Okay, cool. So we have that. We have this. We are going to need our storage cells. Now, how many of these I want to make is a good question that I do not have an answer to 100% just yet. So I will hold off on thinking about that part. I am going to need some of this quartz glass. We're going to require some of this nether quartz dust. Luckily, we just smelted a whole stack of it. And if needed, I can pop back into the nether and go get some more. So for each one of these 4Ks, we are going to require 3 1Ks. So I think I'm going to do 12 1K storage components. And I should, in theory, have enough for this, other than the fact that I need some redstone. Let's grab this. Let's grab this. We'll grab the charge. We'll just grab everything, put it all into our system. That's fine for now. Bam, 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 bam. Let's grab that pure, though. I don't want it to use that. And it seems to tend to like using the pure for some reason over the regular. So we're going to need 12 1Ks. So that's 8 and 4. Yes. And then we're going to need to convert that into a 4K here, which is going to require me to make a little bit of this quartz glass. Let's get 8 of those. Bam. And then we can do 4Ks. Do I have enough? I should be able to do 4 of these. Yes. And then I need to just convert them into these, which is going to require some more quartz glass. There we go. And 4 of those. Except I ran out of redstone again. Good thing I turned this on and let this run, so we got more redstone earlier. Okay, and then 4K storage, this, and we're going to do 4 of these. 1 of those. Bam. So there we go. We have 4 4K storage drives that can hold 63 types of items each. Sounds good to me. We have an ME drive. We have this. Now, do we need an energy acceptor in order to power the ME controller, or can this accept power from any mod? I guess the easiest way to find out is to just do this. You get power, so we don't need an energy acceptor. Okay, cool. So we don't need to worry about the energy acceptor. Let's get rid of that. We don't need to worry about the crystal growth accelerators for now. We are going to need a crafting terminal, so that is going to be something we are going to craft, which means we need a regular ME terminal. So we need an illuminated panel, which is this recipe. Okay. And then we need a formation core. One of these. I need Fluix dust. I'm sure that's what I'm missing. Yes. Okay. So Fluix dust, I'm going to assume is just crushed. If I throw that into, not, I need recipe. If I throw you into a crusher, yes. So I'm going to need 4 Fluix dust. So let's grab some Fluix crystals. Throw it into our crusher here. Thank goodness for the time in a bottle. Yeah, I'm so glad I added that in. Okay, Fluix dust. So we're going to make 1 set of these and then 1 set of the annihilation cores. Very similar to refined storage, where you have the construction core and the destruction core, I believe is what they're called. And then the ME terminal. Now, the ME terminal will allow you to access your storage, but it will only allow you to access your storage, but you can't craft, right? You can see what's in there, but you can't craft. You can take things in and out. The crafting terminal is what you need to actually be able to take things in and out of your storage. So that's what we're going to do, upgrade to a crafting terminal. And that is everything that we are going to need to get an ME system set up. So let's go ahead and, well, put it down. So I think what we can do for now, for our purposes now, eventually I need to work on getting like a sub basement set up or something, because this is not a very large area for us to work with, and it's kind of getting a little cramped and everything. Plus, it's also not an even, a odd number space, so I can't really set up stuff centered, and that does bother me. Like theoretically, yeah, like this is center. No. Yeah, I remember. I counted this. That's not center. There is no center. Both of those blocks are center. Anyway, what I'm going to do is go ahead and replace the storage scanner here with our ME system. And hopefully I don't have to set it back up, because if I do, it's going to be a little bit of a pain. Not really, but it will be. So for now, what I'm going to do is go ahead. We're going to place our power here. So the cell can sit here. You're set out to all sides. Okay. We're going to place our controller, not there. The controller can sit here and it will get power. Now remember, with applied energistics, each face of this controller can output 32 different channels. And each cable that we have can handle 8 channels right now. There is upgraded cables that can hold more, like the dense cables can hold 32 channels per cable. And then there's the smart cables, which can do 8 as well, if I remember correctly. Not 100% on that. But for now, for our purposes, we're just this is a basic, simple setup, just so that we can access all of our storage. That's really all I care about right now, is storage access. So we're going to go ahead and take this. We're going to put a cable right here, and then we're going to take our crafting terminal and we're going to plop it right there. And bada bing, bada boom, device online, and we have access to a crafting terminal. I'm going to go ahead and set this to small. We're going to set this to JEI standard. Sorting direction is down, and I like to sort by number of items. But, oh no, I can't put anything in here. Look, it doesn't work. I'm clicking. You might be able to hear it. It's not working. Why? Oh, because I didn't put our storage cells in there. So what I'm going to do is kind of just do one of these at a time and see how this actually works, right? So if I have, like right now, I have smooth basalt and I have 64 and 9 smooth basalt, right? So I have one full stack, and if we look at our thing, we can have 63 types. So it's going to be, this is going to count as one type. But how much storage is this going to use if I put this in here? So if I put one in here, okay, that uses 33 bytes. So how does that work? I'm not 100% how that works. So if I put 2 in here, you would assume that would be 66, but it's still only 33. If I put all of it in there, it's 42. So truly, I do not understand the math on that. But it's still only one type, and that's what matters for this purpose, at least. So let's go ahead and add all of this extra stuff in here. This cut redstone can kind of go there because I can access the hopper here. That's fine. The nether quartz dust can go in there. Crafting table can go in there. And look, we're starting to get storage. We have 7 types used and 236 bytes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Makes sense? At least the bytes part, or the types part makes sense. The bytes part, I don't understand where that calculation's coming from. I definitely don't have 236 items in here, I don't believe. No. So yeah, anyway, we're just going to go ahead and start adding stuff into this, and we'll see where we end up with it all, right? Like, that's about all I can do. 703. Okay, now how are we doing? Yeah, we're doing. What it all means. What does it all mean? I don't know, but it means something at least. I didn't know that there was polished diorite back there. That looks cool. I don't have a magnet, so picking all of this stuff up is not going to be feasible. So let's just do this. And let's grab this gravel. We're going to fill in these slots. So then when I can like just grab a bunch of stuff, and then I know it's these 2 rows that I have to put in. Okay, and I can no longer add anything into my system, okay? And that's probably because 63 of 63 types. Now we only have 2,189 bytes used. Like I said, again, not entirely sure what that means, but hey, it is what it is. That's what we got. So let's add another cell and go ahead and start adding stuff back in. Now, normally what I would do is set up a storage drawer system in which we put all of the items that we don't necessarily or that we're going to have a lot of, right? Like our ores. We're going to have a lot of ores. We're going to have a lot of iron. We're going to have a lot of iron nuggets and stuff. And eventually I am planning on doing that. But crafting with that storage scanner has been driving me nuts. And so I wanted to get this set up and get everything put into this system. And then I will go ahead and switch it over to a drawer system because, yeah, well, it's driving me nuts. Now, one thing I know with AE2 is that each of those swords and stuff that I added into this are going to take up a slot, a type, because these have NBT data on them. And like this one's a different one than like another iron helmet and stuff. So I'm actually going to avoid putting those in there. We're not going to put any armor in here, I think is going to be what I do. And I'll take out any armor that's already in there. I just want to get everything added in as much as I can. That way I can craft easier, and then we can worry about getting the types corrected. Okay, so we are full. So last one, luckily we had just enough with all of those. I'll take it. Bam, bam, bam. And my time in a bottle's here. And we have 1 cookie. Sweet. So let's go ahead and we'll take these boots out and stuff. I don't really know where to put them. That's why I'm just going to take them out, and that's okay. You can go away. Let's look up sandstone. Do I have any cut sandstone? Yes. Oh, thank goodness for digital storage. And yeah, actually, I kind of like that with that diorite in the background. Like everything sticking out under these columns and then the diorite's there. What we don't need is this. And let's grab another sandstone. Bam, cover that up. And I mean, I really don't need that either, but it's okay. So we're going to put this away. And we're doing on types. I guess for now we'll put this stuff away, but that is going to take up, a bunch of those types that we had left remaining in there. But yeah, that is a AE2 system, which is absolutely fantastic. We're episode 11, I think it is, and we have AE2 set up. I like it. I'm not going to complain about it. And so what we need to do next is, like I said, get ourselves set up where we can have all of these different ingots in a drawer system. Maybe we'll have it sit, I don't know, maybe we could just replace all this diorite with the drawers and we can put, no, because we're going to need a lot. We're going to need quite a lot of drawers. There's a lot of different ingots in here, like all of these different types. So you're going to need one for iron, gold, probably not netherite, copper for sure, tin, lead, anything world gen really. So any of these. So we're going to need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 drawers, and some of them being compacting. And I don't know if I mentioned compacting drawers. I had to make one for a quest. Let's go take a look at compacting drawers real quick, because I know I made one. If you've never seen a compacting drawer before with the drawers mod, what it does is if you take a item that can have multiple different forms, right? So osmium ingots can, within the osmium world, can be either nuggets. You can break one down into 9 nuggets, and then you can combine 9 nuggets to make an ingot. And the same goes for osmium blocks, right? You can have a block of osmium, which is 9 ingots into one block, or you can break this down, into its requisite form. What these compacting drawers do is that exact thing for you. So if I put this in here, I have 1 ingot in here. I could pull out nuggets if I wanted to, 9 nuggets. And if I put the nuggets in here, I can pull out an ingot. And if I were to have 9 ingots in here, I could pull out 1 block, but I can't pull out a block because, I only have 1 in here. It renders the block so that that this is going to be able to store the block. And the inventory of these is, I believe it's 2048 blocks is where this is what the inventory is controlled by, not these other slots. I believe it may be the ingots. I can't remember, but it's definitely not the nuggets, at least. And so compacting drawers are great, especially if you have something like AE2 where all the types make a difference. So each ingot that we have, if we were to put this into our system, that's 3 types per ingot. When we have blocks, we have ingots, and we have nuggets. So each one of these counts as 3 blocks. So we definitely don't want that. So we want to go ahead and set up compacting drawers. And the same works with like emeralds. We can make emerald blocks or diamond blocks. The same works for lapis or redstone. And it'll convert to its block form or its nugget form if available. So for most of these things, we're going to go ahead and put it into a compacting drawer, like all of these ingots, compacting drawer, coal, compacting here. These don't need to be in compacting. I don't believe they make blocks. Either do these. But yeah, we're going to have some of both. So what I'll do in between episodes here is craft all of those up. We'll get the compacting drawers that we're going to need. I'll kind of lay out and I'll move some of this stuff over there so I'll find a place for it. Probably just going to honestly, I really don't know where to put a drawer system right now. I mean, I guess theoretically I could just expand onto this system here and yeah, but we already have redstone. I'd have to do a little bit of rearranging work here, which is fine. But I could have this back wall be our system. I could even move our builder. I don't know. Because we already have a drawer controller set up. Maybe I'll move the builder over to the corner here. And then I can have, so from here over will be our drawers. I have the builder here with the barrel. Actually, I'll have the builder here with the barrel sitting up top. And then I can run the drawer controller to the back, or the pipe to the back of the drawer controller. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll rearrange this in between episodes. But yeah, I like this. We're set up with a digital storage system that is better than the storage scanner that we had before. So we are going to be able to, move on, and it's going to make my life much easier when it comes to crafting. So if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.